Hello, guys, and welcome to Lightningboy on YouTube's Flashback 101 Behind the Box Live. This is episode 3 of the series, and I've decided to change the format. The format will move from pre-recorded to live. You don't have to watch it live. I'm just recording it live, and then you can watch it. And then you can watch it on YouTube afterwards. So the choice is yours. So yeah, but I'm using this to record this. So just I must say, Mayday 51, thank you for having me on your TV burp. It will be such an honor to, contribute to your TV burp. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Sorry while saying it, sir. So, welcome to Flashback 101 Behind the Box, and it's a series where I look at old TV channels and presentation and idents, and I look at old, well, stuff. So, I did Playhouse Disney and the Disney Channel. Now the turn is for a channel that's been around for quite a long time. I mean, I think 15 years, I think, since it launched. I'm not sure. I'm not good at the maths. But let's start, shall we? The channel is CBeebies. So this is Flashbox 101 Behind the Box Live with Lightningboy on YouTube, your host. Let's begin. In early 2001, the BBC announced that they were launching two kids TV channels. The results would be CBeebies and CBBC. CBeebies launched on the 11th of February 2002 and had a team of 4 presenters: Chris Jarvis, Sue Monroe, Chris Jarvis, Sue Monroe, Poi Fanley, and Sydney Sloan. They were joined by Nicole Davis in 2003, and for the next, 3 or 4 years, I think, it was the presenting team of Chris, Sue, Nicole, Poi, and Sid that, in my opinion, is the golden age of CBeebies, and Mayday 51 would perhaps agree with me there. So yeah, so from 2003 to 2006, it would be Chris, Poi, Sue, Sid, and Nicole. Yeah. So okay, right. From 2004 to 2006, CBeebies would have a thing called the door regime, when different presenters would have different segments of the day. For example, Chris's sing-along hour, Sue's make-and-do hour, Nicole's furry friends hour, Sid's fix-it hour, and Poi's exploring hour. These segments were dropped in 2006 because Monroe and Davis left in February and March of that year. Their contracts were not renewed by the BBC, and it was quite at the time. I remember seeing Sue and Nicole and just wondering where the heck they'd gone. But yeah, CBeebies brought a new presenter called Ava Alexander. Unfortunately, she was only to last from March to October, which I often wondered why exactly that. But then I found out that Ava was having a baby, so she left. She said in her final link before going off the maternity leave that she would be back, but she didn't come back. No, not at all. Not even to visit. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted. Yeah, so Ava went off for maternity leave, so that left Chris, Poi, and Sid, 3 presenters. Well, no, In fact, it wasn't just 3 presenters. The BBC did the sensible option of having Justin Fletcher and Sarah Jane Honeywell drafting them in from Tickabilla, Higgledy House, and Something Special, respectively, to draft them in as guest presenters. They lasted until 2006, till 2007. Now let's move to the idents. The idents were yellow blobs known as bugs, and they would be dancing on the CBeebies background, which I didn't realize until recently, but the shapes, I used to call them shapes, they're actually the CBeebies logo. They're the CBeebies bit without the BBC bit, but the CBeebies bit in blue, sort of looped, sort of. And I didn't know that. Apologies. I probably didn't realize those things when I was little. So yeah, they were created by Martin Lebinem, and they featured the 2D bug idents really from 2002 to 2007 mainly, but they got lots of the idents were shown occasionally. So from 2007 to 2016, when CBeebies sort of had a rebrand. Yes. In 2007, the segments were brought back, but they were different. CBeebies had moved to Teddington Studios in London, where Morecambe and Wise was filmed, and had moved into a different studio. This time, it was actually an house set. And the segments were Get Set Go, presented by Sydney Sloan, and then Andy Day took over and joined him when he arrived in 2007. Then there was Discover and Do, presented by Chris Jarvis and Poi Fanley. Until they left in January 2009, Alex Winters and Kerry Bunnell took over until Bunnell and Winters' departures in 2015 and 2017, April of this year. Now I believe it's sort of presented by Kat Sadion and Andy Day, I think, but I don't want to see CBeebies that much at all anymore. So yeah, now it's time. Now I've given you a bit about the presenters. Now it's time for a bit about the programs. Now CBeebies took a bit of the programs from CBBC that were the preschools that CBBC were broadcasting, because CBeebies wasn't launched until 2002. So they brought some of the programs, Tweenies, the Tweenies, Play Days, Williams Wish Wellingtons, but also had new programs like Balamory, Zingalong, which was Zoe, played by Marie Claire McMagnus, and Zing and the children would collect sounds to make a song. Yeah, that's a unique idea, isn't it? And yeah, so CBeebies had some great programs. I think my favorites were always Bob the Builder. I did love Bob the Builder when it was in its original form and voiced by Neil Morrissey. Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. I loved it. And Bob the Builder went to the charts as Mayday 51, and I'm sure lots of Bob fans from that era will know. First, he had Can We Fix It in Christmas 2000, when he knocked Westlife off the charts. Extraordinary. And then his cover of Lou Bega's Mambo No. 5 went to the charts in Christmas of 2001. So, yes, and it was so clever, I remember, changing the lyrics of building objects and words. Yeah, vocabulary. That's it. Yes. Whoops. Oh, that's a long word to say. So where was I? Oh yes, Bob the Builder. He wasn't the only character to take the charts. The Tweenies released 4 singles between 2001 and 2002. Those were I Believe in Christmas, Have Fun Go Mad, a cover of Blair's 90s song, Best Friends Forever, Number One, and Do the Lollipop, which those three were all original compositions written for the Tweenies. But yes, so yeah, they did good. Also, I believe Teletubbies is the Teletubbies theme song went to the charts as well, and yeah, and I think the Bill and Ben theme song, I think that got to the charts as well. I mean the new Bill and Ben. I'm not about the 50s Bill and Ben. So yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay. Time for the studio sets. The first studio set from 2002 to 2005 was, well, first of all, it was sort of a yellowy red color. I never really liked that, to be honest. No, I didn't think it was very CBeebiesy. I thought it was sort of an African a den playhouse in Africa. Yeah, that's how I would describe it. The second studio set was sort of these, what do you call them, posts? I'm not sure. These little sort of rings, big rings, sort of, that said CBeebies on them. Yeah, and then the second studio, which was 2007 until CBeebies and the BBC moved to Media City in 2011, was the CBeebies house currently in Media City, UK. Yep, so, okay. Time for more of the presenters. As I said, Andy Day arrived in 2007. In 2009, Nisha Analier, who presented Same Smile, that one with the pandas, that program with the pandas, she joined the CBeebies presentation team for a bit. And then Katie Ashworth joined from about 2011 onwards. Yeah, just towards the end of the CBeebies house in Teddington before they moved to Media City. Yeah, okay. One of the presenters from CBeebies Poland, Anita, joined in 2016, and I think she's still on the channel. I'm not sure. Kat Sadion, star of High Five, is now part of the CBeebies presenting team, and Alex Winters and Kerry Bunnell, known as Alex and Kerry, left in 2015, and Kerry left in April of this year, so 2017. So yes, yes. So that's the presenters. More of the show. CBeebies had a show called Binker, which was about a cat, which was quite good. They also introduced 64 Zoo Lane and Pablo the Red Fox. I remember Ethelbert the Tiger. I also remember bits about. So yeah, as well as also taking shows from CBBC, they also had their own shows. Yeah, their own shows. Yep. So yeah. Right, and in 2015, CBeebies went back to the fivesome. They brought Rebecca Keatley, who joined in 2014, and Ben Kaji, who joined in 2015. And it's nice to see that CBeebies is sort of has its own team of 5 presenters now. See, so these children's golden eras will probably be in a few years' time. Ben, Katie, Rebecca, Andy, and Ben, Katie, Rebecca, Andy, and oh yeah, maybe Kerry, yeah. So yeah. CBeebies celebrated its 10th birthday on the 11th of February 2012, a day that was celebrated with a special something special called Mr. Tumble's Day Out, and also had continuity links with Sydney Sloan, Andy Day, and Kerry Bunn, all with this big inflatable 10. It was amazing that they even bothered to celebrate it, because the people that really watch CBeebies wouldn't really care, really, but still, it is nice, and I hope when they celebrate their next birthday that they make a bit of an effort about that. Yeah. So yeah, CBeebies still continues to go strong today. They rebooted the Teletubbies, and it's a different channel, but of course it will be different. Nothing stays the same forever. But it's good to know that it's still around. It's still entertaining 3 to 6 year olds or something. No, sorry. What was it? 1 to 5 year olds. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, it's still entertaining preschool children, which is the important thing. And the BBC, of course, have a duty to do that. So, yeah. Okay, right. So, if they are watching, Mayday 51 won't be watching live, but he will be watching later. So, I'll do a shout out for you. Hi, Mayday 51. If you're watching Iron Man 43, then hi, or Classic Kids channel, or Classic, or Superstar Comedy. I do love the idea. That's the thing. Iron Man 43. I do love the idea that you've made sort of your own TV channel. I mean, it's brilliant. Well done, and keep making those videos, because we all love watching them. And Post 16 Adventures. You and I presume your friends from college. That's brilliant. And Harry Humble, and it's just brilliant. So well done. Iron Man 43. If Superstar Comedy was launched on Sky or something, then I'm sure I would give it a watch, because it'd be so good. Yeah. So who's watching? I'm not sure. Let me just look on the. Let me just look on. Let me just. Look on now. Who's watching? Jack Williams. Jack, thank you for mentioning. Jack Williams says, thank you for mentioning Bob the Builder, Tweenies, and Bill and Ben. I love them. Well, Jack, I will say to Jack Williams, no problem, and hope you enjoy the show. So, Jack Williams, no problem. Hope you're enjoying the show. Yes, it is. It is so nice, isn't it? So, okay, yep. So I've sent you your message, Jack Williams. Thank you for your positive comment. Okay. Right, you're watching Flashback 10. You're watching Flashback Flashback 101, Behind the Box, with me, your host, Lightningboy, on YouTube. And Mayday 51, I hope you do enjoy the show when you do watch it, because fair enough, maybe you're not a big fan of the live things, but it's just a way for me to record it. So I think I'm going to be using this more than OBS, I think, because OBS is not I don't think it's really the best for screen captures. So yeah. So yeah. Oh, and I thought I'd use this in Mayday 51. I'm sure will have a great smile on his face. So, Jack Williams, do you like Mayday 51's TV burp? Uh, um, if you do, then I will be glad to tell you that Mayday 51's TV burp is airing this weekend on Mayday 51 Nostalgia for Everyone's YouTube channel. Please search for that channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment to Mayday 51. I'm sure he'd be really grateful. TV burp with Brian the Bunny Rabbit this weekend, sometime on Mayday 51 Nostalgia for Everyone, and I'm sure that he'll clarify the time for you. So yeah, that's that's good. So yeah. Anyway, Jack Williams, hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you're all enjoying the show. Whoever is watching this. So yeah, okay. Okay, right. Well, we've only got a few minutes. This stream is finishing at 2 o'clock, so that's 14:00 Greenwich Middle Time. So that's because I'm from the UK. So that's it's ending in a few minutes. In the meantime, I've got to tell you about a few things. Also, on Mayday 51's TV burp, I'll be making a vocal cameo, so look out for me. I'll send you the link. I'll be talking to Brian the Bunny Rabbit, the great Brian the Bunny Rabbit, on the phone, which will be absolutely brilliant. So, hope Brian is there munching his carrot and enjoying this as well. Mayday 51 will like that, I think. Also, I'm launching a thing called the Missing Archive. Now, if you're on TV Forum, which I don't know if any of you are, but there's a thing called the Missing Archive when there's a forum about things that are missing and would like to see on YouTube. So I'm going to be launching a video version of the Missing Archive, and you can suggest anything that you think is missing. So that could be Playhouse Disney, more Discovery Kids, UK continuity, more, CITV. We've had Swag Bag from 2004. So if you've got any suggestions for the Missing Archive, then I'd love to see them, and I will try in the very first Missing Archive show, TBC, to be confirmed, because I haven't thought of a date for the series to start yet. So yeah, that's that. Don't forget, in case you do want to see the look at the CBeebies website now, the website is www.bbc.co.uk/CBeebies, and click on that page because it'd be interesting. Okay, I thought I'd spend the final few minutes of the show talking about the red button. Now, CBeebies had quite a unique red button. Well, they had two red buttons. There was one that said "Come and Play," which I think was about 2004. It was purple and yellow. Then there was a one from 2002 to 2003 that said "Press Red" in big white letters and red. And then 2004, they had Dottie the Ladybird, which I never really got, really. I mean, what was the purpose of Dottie? Jack Williams, if you remember that, or Mayday 51, if you remember that. Could somebody please clarify what was the whole point of Dottie the Ladybird? Because I don't really get that. There was also, I'm sure some people who remember CBeebies from the 2000s will remember that there was a red button thing. It was from, I think, 2005, called Snowflake TV. It was just basically Christmassy stuff, songs, activities, games. I think it was sort of like, no, in fact, it was on the BBC Red Button, the actual Red Button channel, not the red button on your remote, the Red Button channel, and it was like a completely different channel, sort of. I only remember Sue making a sparkly snowflake, but yeah, Snowflake TV. If anyone remembers that, it'd be really amazing, and if anyone could clarify that, that'd be brilliant. Oh right, Jack Williams, you have come. So, oh, in case you were wondering, the CBeebies dolls was actually dropped in December 2004. Thank you, Matthew Muir, for that. Hope you're enjoying the show, and I do recommend you watch my Playhouse Disney one, because Matthew Muir, you are probably the biggest Playhouse Disney UK fan from Dave and Alex, like me, and I don't know anyone else, but you really are a fan. Well, James Delaney is a fan, I think, and Mayday 51, I think, likes Playhouse Disney as well. And Jack Williams, you were writing the scripts to Mayday 51. Oh, what an honor! What an honor, man! To have the job to write scripts for Mayday 51's TV burp, that's brilliant. Oh, and he written scripts for Series 2 of Mayday 51's TV burp. Okay, the last... and Jack Williams has also said, thank you for mentioning me on the video as well. Well, the pleasure is all mine. You guys watch the video and you get the credits. It's sort of if you do something for me, I do something for you. Well, you get what I mean, without sounding too, over the top. So the final bits of the show are going to be talking about the website. Now, CBeebies had a very clever website in which it would have Webster, the mouse. the mouse, get the joke, because a mouse like a computer mouse like this, but no, they actually had an actual mouse called Webster. Webster, it sounds a bit like website. It's absolutely brilliant. And the BBC, again, like I mentioned, were absolutely brilliant for things like this. So Webster the mouse, Webster the mouse, and I think Webster was voiced, I think, by a very experienced puppeteer, because she puppeteered Tiggs in the Shiny Show, and Poppy and Playdays. Sue Monroe, I think that she performed Webster, but if any of you could clarify that would be good as well. Okay, right, well, we've just got a few minutes left. Thank you for watching Flashback 101 Behind the Box Live with Lightningboy. The next episode will be tomorrow, and the next episode will be let's check what did I say to Mayday 51 the whole schedule was. Let's see. What was it? What was it? Was it on? Oh, I'm just wondering. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was this one. So just before I go, it's time for a quick order of what's coming up on in the show. So I've done Playhouse Disney, I've done the Disney Channel, and I've done I've done C, and I've done CBeebies. Oops, we're going slightly out of time. Oh, where did I put? Was it this mission fitness? Sorry, something just going wrong just a little bit. Where's the? I can't find it. Is it? So, is it on here? I think. Oh, view all 13 replies. Right. Well, I can't find it, but the order I think I'm doing is Tiny Pop and Pop. If Tiny, so I'm going a bit over time. Tiny Pop and Pop. There's Tiny Pop and Pop. CITV from 1998 to 2004. Discovery Kids. There's also a special. The finale will be anybody who remembers the Broom Cupboard, anyone who has memories of children's BBC of Philip Schofield, Gordon the Gopher, Andy Peters, Edward Duck, Andy Crane, and presenter and Toby Amstis, people like that. Oh, I noticed the Armlock as well, and Rats. Yeah, please, would love to hear your memories of the Broom Cupboard. Okay, guys, that's it. I've gone slightly over time, but hope you've enjoyed the show. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you want to. You don't have to the Lightning Boy on YouTube page. This has been your host, Lightning Boy, on YouTube, and this has been Flashback 101 Behind the Box. And I shall see you tomorrow for another episode. Until the next time, bye-bye for now. Bye.